Alright, so yesterday we did a video where we told you that one of the co-defendants in the YSL case has struck a deal. He struck a deal. He took a plea deal. And today we're updating that and telling you that two more of them have taken a plea deal or plea deals. Man, listen, it seems like what happened was the prosecution and the judge and the defense, they were going through it. And the case looked like it was going to end in a mistrial. And what is happening is the state of Georgia seems like they don't want to lose this case completely. Somebody got to get some time out of this. Taxpayers' money went into this case. This case has made history as the longest running case in the state of Georgia. Yes, the Young Thug YSL RICO trial. The longest running trial in the state of Georgia. Go look it up. So the state has already pumped so much money into prosecuting this case that instead of them risking this case ending in a mistrial, they are now more willing to give plea deals than ever before. So now it's just lots of plea deals on the table. Will there be a plea deal for Young Thug? We don't know. This is what we know updated as of October 31st, 2024, following the video we put up yesterday that said one person took a plea deal. Two more today have taken plea deals. And it says that two more of Young Thug's co-defendants are taking plea deals in this long-running Atlanta racketeering case against the rapper's alleged YSL gang. Alleged because Young Thug is still saying YSL is not a gang, it's a record label, and the people on it are not gangsters, they are recording artists, and their business is music and entertainment. So, two more of them have taken plea deals, leaving Young Thug facing trial now with just only two other defendants. I just told you yesterday, it was 5 of them. 10 toes down. We riding this out together till the wheels fall off. And boom, bang, boom. Now it's only 2 standing. Wow. So a week after the improper testimony from the state's witness threw this trial into chaos and sparked talks of a mistrial, prosecutors and defense attorneys continue to show a willingness now to strike deals rather than to risk losing this massive case and having to start all over again. They don't want to have to do that. Now, at the hearing, Marquavius, otherwise known as Quay, he pled guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, robbery, and several other counts, with prosecutors agreeing to drop a bunch of other charges, including murder. Under the deal, Marquavius received a sentence of 25 years, but it gets sweeter, with just 9 of those to be served in prison. So it sounds bad when a judge says, you're sentenced to 25 years, but you'll only be doing 9. You're required to do 9 in prison. That's a sharp decrease from the life sentence that he was facing if he was convicted on all charges. You got to understand, murder was on the table as well. Not only that, of the 9 years he will be facing, he's also granted time served, as well as a good portion of that to be done on probation. So I believe we worked it out yesterday to where it looks like he'll be home in about 3-4 years, or probably less than 4 years, about 3 years. Another defendant now called Rodalius Little Rod Ryan, he pled guilty to a single racketeering conspiracy charge, and he was sentenced to 10 years, which was commuted to time served, since he is already serving a life sentence for a 2019 murder. That life sentence that he's serving for the 2019 murder it might not even stick because it is pointing right now to somebody else being the person who actually committed that. And not only that, it is already under appeal. So if he gets that taken care of and he beats that, he'll be out. But if he doesn't, he'll be doing that life sentence. Now, the two new pleas that we're talking about today, they came one day after Marquavius Nichols agreed to plead guilty, which is who we told you about yesterday in the other video. Marquavius Nichols started the ball rolling. He was the first one to take the deal. He pled guilty to single racketeering charge in exchange for prosecutors dropping all other charges against him. Well, scratch that, because it was not Marquavius that had the murder charge. It was Marquavius. Marquavius. I don't know what's up with these obvious names. Vius at the end. Marquavius. Anyways, the two new plea deals came a day after Marquavius Nichols agreed to plead guilty to a single racketeering charge in exchange for prosecutors dropping all other charges against him. He's the one that had the murder charge as well as the illegal firearm possession charge under his deal. Under his deal, he was supposed to serve 20 years. So the judge said you're sentenced to 20 years. But he will only serve 7 of those in prison. And the rest of it will be on probation. And that also comes with time served. So of 7 that he's required to serve in prison, he's already done almost 3. So he got about 4 years and then he'll be out. A bunch of deals follow the incident last week in which a government witness accidentally revealed sensitive information to the jury, prompting defense attorneys to demand a mistrial. Information that was supposed to be redacted, taken out, not shown to the jury, was actually shown to the jury, which gave the defense attorneys grounds for a mistrial, to request a mistrial. But Judge Paige Whitaker Reese says she ain't throwing away this case just like that. Somebody is going to get some time behind bars. So they've been talking and meeting and talking. Judge Paige Reese Whitaker, who basically disciplined the prosecutors for their sloppiness and has repeatedly criticized the handling of the case, said that she would consider such a ruling as a mistrial. The judge even said to them, like, if I didn't know you and seen you do your thing for years, I would bet that you were purposely sabotaging this case. Like, I'm dumbfounded, flabbergasted. I can't believe that you're handling this case so sloppily. Like, this is how the judge was talking to the prosecution. So everybody was like, okay, I guess she about to throw this whole case out. But you know, the judge is not trying to throw the whole case out. Not like that. Not a case that's this big that the state has already pumped so much money into prosecuting. They got to get something out of this case. Since then, testimonies have been halted as prosecutors and defense attorneys have negotiated plea deals behind closed doors. Both sides seem willing to consider compromise rather than a costly redo of the trial, which has stretched across 10 months of jury selection, 11 months of testimony to become the longest ever trial in the state of Georgia. Now, whether Young Thug himself, the Grammy-winning super artist who prosecutors claim was the leader of the gang and the shot caller, whether he will also reach such a deal remains to be seen. The trial is scheduled to start again on Thursday morning, October 31st, today. I am hoping that there is a deal on the table for Young Thug. I hope he doesn't go out like, you know, sometimes you could be just too tough for your own good. So I'm hoping he does not go out saying, I don't want no deal. I'm fighting this all the way to the end. Because if they arrive at the end and everybody around you took a deal, you got to understand that when this started, there were over 24 people who were also indicted. Everybody has taken a deal and left Young Thug with 5 people standing with him. Of the 5 people who were standing with him, just this week alone, 3 of those 5 people have taken deals. So now he is facing this with only 2 persons left. I'm willing to bet that those 2 that are sitting there, they're about to be offered deals. They about to take a deal as well. And he's about to be the last man standing. When it comes down to him and taking a deal, he is looking at a life sentence versus whatever they give him on these deals. And honestly, these deals look kind of sweet. 25 years you're sentenced to, but you're only required to do 7, and that's with time served. And he's already done almost 3, so you do 4 plus probation, or you do 2 and you're out and probation. However they work that out. I think that's way better. Nobody wants to be in there for 4 more years, but when you think of 25 years behind bars instead of 3-4 years, it only makes sense to take the deal. Young Thug was indicted on May of 2022 along with dozens of others over allegations that his YSL group was not really a record label. They were actually, Young Stoner Life was actually really a gang that was closely associated with the Bloods gang, you know, Crips and Bloods. They were a faction of the Bloods, is what prosecution is saying. And they're saying they built that case around Georgia's racketeering, influenced, and corruption organization laws, which is the RICO laws. And they claim that the group committed murders, carjackings, armed robberies, drug dealings, and other crimes over the course of a decade. The pleas that they struck on Tuesday, October 29th and Wednesday means that Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, is now facing the remainder of the trial with just 2 defendants standing by his side, still 10 toes down. Damn. Yak Gotti is still with him. Yak Gotti's real name is Diamante Kendrick. And of course, you have Shannon Stillwell, who is still with him as well. Kendrick and Stillwell, they stand accused of carrying out the 2015 murder of rival gang leader Donovan Thomas, a crime that figures prominently in the prosecution's case. That's one of the main reasons why they brought about this particular RICO trial. Not only that, this is the actual murder that ties Young Thug's beef with another prominent rapper who is in prison at the moment as well. Y'all know who he is. He was dating little... I'm trying to remember his name right now. He was dating who we call the greatest rapper of all time. Not Jay-Z, from the South. YFN But YFN Lucci was dating Lil Wayne's daughter. Right. Regine. Okay. YFN Lucci. This is the person, because Donovan Thomas was supposed to be the person who put YFN Lucci on, the person who was very close to YFN Lucci, out there making moves with him in the streets, blowing his career up, and they were very, very close. So when Donovan Thomas got killed, it sparked the beef between YFN, which is YFN Lucci's movement, and YSL, which is Young Thug's movement. And then all the killing and racketeering movements and everything started happening around the Atlanta, Georgia area, which led to the RICO case. So they definitely want somebody for Donovan Thomas's murder. And I'm thinking, with all the evidence that they've put forth so far about Young Thug renting the car that actually has been tied to the shooter driving that car to go kill Donovan Thomas with all the, we live in modern times, so cameras are going to catch your vehicle going this way on the highway, that way on the highway, around this time it's seen in this area, the vicinity of the murder, blah, 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 all that other stuff. Plus, you have people who have already confessed. It won't be looking good for Young Thug. And if Young Thug goes down for a murder, he's getting at least 25 years behind bars. So now he only has 2 people left standing with him, and we'll see how the rest of it goes. That's the update as to what's been happening in the YSL RICO case, and we will keep you posted if anything else changes. My prediction is the last 2 guys that are standing with Thug right now, Yak Gotti and Stillwell, they're about to take deals as well. I mean, the state says they killed Donovan Thomas. I'm taking a deal. You ain't giving me life without the possibility of parole when I have a chance to take a deal. And judging how the deals look, you'll be out soon. What do you say? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you would take a deal. And tell me what you think is about to happen next. I'll catch y'all in the next video. It's BrainFLoTv /Hot Topics TV. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.